Hi everyone, I am going to be doing a presentation on my assignment for programming, and I have designed a simple game which I have called Spaceship. Basically, my game involves four classes: spaceship, enemy, and bullet, and player, which I have improvised a bit to add to the flow of my game. The aim of the game is to shoot as many enemies as you can using the S key, which increases the score, which can be seen live on the screen, and shoot as many bullets at enemies to increase score. However, when the enemies collide with the spaceship, it results in the spaceship losing a life. And I have set the designated number of lives to 10. So I am just going to run through the game now to give a quick demonstration, and you can see it in action. And here we go now. Right, so I'm going to be pressing play, and this should go. Now, here we go. So it's prompted me how many numbers of games I would like to play. I'm going to press 1. I'm going to enter my name, takes maximum of 6 characters. And here we go. So the spaceship now, you see I'm navigating and moving to the left and moving to the right. Colliding with bullets, you can see, or colliding with enemies, so you can see that I'm losing a life. I'm going to try and get some scores here. You see the bullets are shooting upwards. And my score, try and get a couple more here. And you can see the collision detection there. Now, so prompts again by a dialog message, game over, and we have collided with 10 enemies. And now I don't want to play another game. Let's reset. Now, so we're just going to look at the code behind what's tying this all together. So first I'm going to go to bullet class, and I'm going to look at the private fields. So we have 4 private fields, and we have the constructor method, which takes 3 parameters: diameter, x coordinate, and y coordinate. And then we are using the keyword this, and x coordinate, y coordinate of bullet, and we are setting the bullet speed. So we're going to be shooting the bullets upwards. We have the Boolean updates, which is going to return true or false. So this update method checks if the bullet is currently invisible on the screen. If the bullet is on the screen, the method then updates the y coordinate of the bullet by adding the current speed of the bullet to the current y coordinate. If the bullet is not on the screen, the method resets the bullet position by setting y coordinate to -100. And we have the display drawing the bullets onto the screen. We're using ellipse and we're using red. And we have our getters, and that is going to be returning the y coordinate of the bullet, the x coordinate of the bullet, and we also have our get diameter, which returns diameter of the bullet. The setter method here includes set diameter of bullet, checking if it is within the range of 5 and 20. If it is not within the range of the diameter, it is set to 5. And we have set x coordinate, which sets the x coordinate value of the object. And lastly, we have reset bullet method, which resets starting position of the ball to x coordinate of 50 and y coordinate of 50. And the use of setters and getters make sure that the value of the object, private variables, will remain within certain bounds if needed to. So now we're going to move on to enemy class. And we have our enemy class here, and we have our private fields as well as just shown in the bullet class. And we have updated here, we have gravity and health. So that there is just going to be the health of the enemy and the gravity, which is involving the movement within it. And we, for our constructor method, we are taking in 4 parameters: speed x, speed y, gravity, and the health. And we have reset enemy. So that's going to reset the enemy onto the screen. And we have our public void updates. And this updates the position and movement of the enemy. And we have x coordinates and y coordinates. So this updates the position of the enemy based on the current speed values. And we have our if statement here. So this code checks if enemy has hit the top or bottom of the screen. If enemy has hit the top or bottom of the screen, the y coordinate of the enemy is set to half its diameter and reverses its speed along the y-axis by multiplying by -1. So if the Y coordinate of the enemy is greater than the height of the screen minus minus half of its diameter, the fifth bottom of the screen, the code sets the Y coordinate to height of screen minus half of its diameter, varies the speed along Y-axis by multiplying it by -1. And this, we have code here that checks if the enemy has gone off the left side of the screen. If its X coordinate is less than the half the diameter, minus half the diameter, it resets the enemy's position. And yeah, so we have public voids set diameter as well in here. And we have our getters as well. So now we are moving on to spaceship class. And so we have our private fields here, and we have just updated, we have integer of lives the spaceship's going to have, and we have the Boolean game over. So that indicates when the game is over. And here we have the constructor method creating the new spaceship object. It calls set spaceship width and set spaceship height to set width and height of object. We then use the method to calculate the X and Y coordinates, which are used to position spaceship in the center of the screen horizontally and near the bottom of the screen. And we have the lives variable is initialized to 10, which refers to the number of lives the spaceship has in the game. The game over variable is set to false, which indicates that the game has not ended yet. We have public void update, use to update the position of the spaceship based on the user input. If left key is pressed, it turns spaceship to the left. And so the if statement in the code is checking if the X coordinates to ensure it stays within visible area of the screen. The X coordinate is set to 0 for spaceship to stay within the screen. If the X coordinate is greater than the width of the screen minus width of the spaceship, it means spaceship is going off the right of the screen. So we have that all in here. And we have the resets spaceship as well. So the display method, we're going back up now, this display method is drawn to show the spaceship in the output screen. And setter method for spaceship returns takes integer spaceship width. So basically it ensures spaceship width is set to valid value, preventing width from being too small or large. And we have public void set spaceship height defines method spaceship height. If value provided is not in value range, it sets default to 50. So this ensures we have the correct sizing. And we have public void reduce lives by 1. And if lives are 0, then sets the game over variable to be true. And when resets spaceship method is called, it resets position and status of spaceship to initial values. Now, so we're going to go into the main tab, which is going to be tying all of these classes together and putting them in action. So we're declaring an array of 5 bullets objects. We're declaring an array of 5 bullet object called bullets. Declaring variable spaceship, declaring an array of 5 enemy objects called enemies, integer score initialized to 0. We have the setup function set size of screen, no cursor to hide cursor from window. So draw, we have for loop that checks over each bullet in array of each bullet in array of bullets to update position and display on screen. Loop checks if it has collided with any enemies. If a collision is detected, the enemy takes damage, bullet's position is reset, and score is increased. And we have, within the sketch, we have for loop that checks each enemy in an array of enemies, updates and display called to update display current enemy. The distance between current enemy and spaceship is calculated using the disk function. If distance is less or equal to half diameter of enemy plus half width of spaceship, it means they have collided. Enemy's position is then reset and spaceship lives are reduced. If spaceship has 0 lives, a message will be displayed on the screen. And here is an nested loop. Outer loop iterates through all enemies, while the inner loop iterates through all bullets. For each enemy, the inner loop checks if any of the bullets have collided with it, and if so, resets both enemy and bullet. And if we go down now So the screen's sticking here. We go down now and key press checks if the key S is pressed. It creates a new bullet object starting at the front of the spaceship's position, which is done by calculating the starting X and Y coordinates for the bullet. If a bullet has gone off the top of the screen, it replaces with a new bullet object and breaks out of the loop. So one bullet is created each time. This ensures a limited number of bullets on the screen at any time. And that is just my game simply done. And thank you very much for watching.